What's up, everybody? It's your boy King David, and I'm back at it with another video. In this video, I'm just going to go through my journal and talk about a couple of things and the retention journey and how it's helped me, and how it's just basically the best thing that's ever happened to me, guys, because it really is. And I'll just sit here, talk about it, and go through a couple of notes that I have on the spiritual journey and stuff like that. So, let's see here. I want to start off with saying that I've been on the journey for about, since 2019 or 2018 or so. So it's been about, almost 8 years or so, I would say, you know. And in the beginning, guys, like, it's not going to be as easy as you think. You might be able to go on a long streak. You might be able to get a good distance in the beginning, but then you'll probably end up like being with somebody and releasing. And then you kind of got to understand that when you release, it isn't always a bad thing. Like, for the most part, it can be bad because of how much nutrients that you lose. But then you also have to understand that it isn't just about the nutrients, right, guys? It's about how you're releasing and who you're releasing with, and what you're doing, you know. And if you go back to watching you know what I mean? And then if you do that, guys, like, say if you're with a woman and then you release and then you're watching that stuff again, it's like you basically reprogrammed your mind to like keep releasing. And I'll be honest, guys, like, the journey, it gets difficult. And now that I'm at a point where I'm going on years, right, guys? Like, I feel like it's been like since 2019. I don't look at it differently, guys. Like, or I look at it much differently than I used to. So the whole idea of the journey, guys, is to make it a lifestyle, to make it something serious, and to make it something that's going to be permanent for you guys. And the reason why you want to do that is you want to break free from the addiction of watching. You know what I mean? And once you break free from that addiction, your life just becomes easier, guys. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that there won't be still temptations and there won't be, women and things like that that will come up to you. But in all honesty, guys, you're going to have a lot more. You're going to have a lot more women that are going to come after you when you're on this journey. Like, that's probably the best part of the journey, but it isn't honestly the best part of it. I think the best part of the journey, guys, is finding yourself, finding what you're going to do, finding your purpose, and cultivating your energy, right, guys? Like, your energy is probably the most important part about this journey, guys. Uh, you know, and the reason why that is because when you release a lot, you lose a lot of your energy. And when you lose that energy, it could have been used for something more beneficial than what you had just did. And truthfully, we live in a society where it's normal for you to release and normal for you to be addicted to these certain things, or addicted to social medias where like women are showing their body half naked and whatnot. Like, that's kind of the norm for people nowadays. And it's only just recently that the studies were shown that it affects you in a negative way to a certain degree. Like, if you're in a doom scroll, like, say if you're in a doom scroll and you're watching nothing but just like half naked women doing a whole bunch of stuff like that. Now, to each his own, right, guys? Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do with your lives, but I am going to say that you're going to have a lot more anxiety, and you're going to act a certain way towards women because of this, because it's what you perceive women to be, you know, and that's what you will perceive them to be. It's kind of hard to say that I still think of women in, a motherly or sisterly fashion when you're watching videos like that all the time. So it depends on, like, you could still be that way, but it depends on how embedded you are into that, uh, you know, um, embedded you are into the uh, imagery, Imagery is probably the best way to explain it, right? So it's all about how you perceive it. So I'm going to go through a couple notes here and then I'll continue talking. So I wrote down that I will journal my progress every day, and which is what I've been doing just about every day. There's some days that you're not going to be able to. That's life, right, guys? So I am going to talk about the first thing, right? So here's the thing. I said I feel a big shift in my energy. Things are changing for the better. I became tough. I don't take nobody's, I had to add that in there, guys. I leave my destiny in the Most High's hands. Let things flow, don't resist. This is our time to shine. This is our time to shine, guys. And it's the fact is that when you're on the journey, and I like to talk about the journey a lot because it just feels natural to me now. Like it feels like what I should have been doing or what I should be doing for the rest of my life, guys. And I will say that this is what I've noticed, right? Say if you're trying to quit anything, whatever you're doing, right? And you decide to say, hey, this is me. I'm being stern with it. I'm just gonna slice it off. Cold turkey it, right? Is what they usually say. Uh, when you do that, guys, you're gonna get urges from many different aspects and energies from all sorts of places, and it's gonna take time to detox from everything that you had did before. So in that detox period, you're going to feel, symptoms in a way, and you might want to uh, go back to watching Instagram women half naked and whatnot, right, guys? And the truth is, the whole how I beat it, right, and how you guys can probably benefit from this is that when you do that, just know it's a progress, right, guys? It took me years before I was able to fully just say, you know what, this is it. It took me years to battle. I think some people are able to let go of it easier than others. Depends on how embedded that hook is, embedded. And I feel like my videos that I make inspire other people to be like me or to be better in that term, right? Because I feel like now when I see a woman, I look at them differently than I did before, guys. And the reason why is because um, it's because your energy is coming back, right? Now I know, like me, I'm not a very like loud vocal person. So if you like can hear me all right, you know that um, it's different from my past videos, and sometimes I don't look at the camera, guys, and that's just normal for me, right? Because I'm still getting used to this. With the energy, I feel capable of doing it, but with um, you get the idea, guys. With retention journey, that feels normal to me, but with filming and stuff, it feels a little bit different. So I gotta add that in there. Um, Life, guys. It's can be difficult at times for the journey, and I feel like since I've been doing the journey, like you're gonna get a lot of like things that you'll notice that are not normal. And what I mean by that is you'll get a lot of moments where things are like, why is this happening to me? Why isn't this happening to me? And you'll have like those kind of like conscious decisions in your mind on whether or not you should have done something different. But the truth is, guys, like it's all part of the plan, it's all part of the destiny, it's all part of your journey, right? And the idea of it all, guys, and I'll be completely honest, the idea of this journey and the lifestyle is to maintain your energy, right? Maintaining it, maintaining the physical self, maintaining your spiritual self, maintaining your emotional self. And if you're releasing, you can't really maintain all three of them very efficiently. You're going to lose some stuff. Like the physical side, you'll lose some money. The spiritual side, you'll lose that connection to the Most High. And the emotional side, your emotions are going to be all out of whack because like you're releasing all your brain fluid right out, if you get what I'm saying, guys. Um, these things have been taught to me by just watching YouTube and just feeling like naturally what I'm supposed to do. Like it was just already meant to be, right, guys? So I'll add a little bit more from my notes here, and then I will, continue here. Okay, take time on your goals, which is true, guys. Take time with your goals. Like don't feel as if you need to rush into anything, right, guys? Like if you're writing down goals, like it took me a while to like start really writing in a journal. Like I had to go and buy one from Walgreens, and then I decided to like, not even write in it for a couple weeks before I decided, okay, let me just jot down something, and that's the beginning of it. You get the ball rolling, right, guys, and then it eventually builds up momentum. So take time on your goals, guys. Like don't rush into things. Don't rush into anything that you're doing unless just rush in general is just a bad thing. Like don't rush into things. Like be patient with what you're doing, right, guys? Um, don't live in the past. Right, it's true. The past is gone. It can you can learn from it, but don't live in it, right? Don't go back to your past and think that that's where you need to be, or because you'll end up jumping into a timeline where you're similar aspect, like you're your new self, but you'll be attached to what you were before. So don't think about your past unless you're trying to learn from that experience, right, guys? The past is the past. Let it be. It is what it is, right, guys? Um, oh, so the future, yeah. Don't think into the future either, guys. Like the future is unknown. So it's best to just be right here, right now in the present and just try your best to be in the present moment. And that's how you're really going to be able to manifest your ideas and your goals and be able to concentrate your abilities, right? Your manifestation abilities through meditation, right, guys? Um, let's see here. The present allows you to create. This is just what I was saying before, guys. Like it is how you create what you need is through your present self. All right, here we go. After this one, I'm going to cut off the video and leave a comment, guys, and please like and subscribe too, guys. Here we go. Take a spiritual bath, which is true. Spiritual baths are very beneficial. Epsom salt. You don't have to like do too much water. Don't have the water too hot. Keep it a nice warm temperature, maybe a little bit higher than warm, but don't get it too hot, guys. Like if you're on the journey and you have the water super hot, that's not good for you, right, guys? You kind of get the idea with what I'm saying. You don't want your little mans to be burning up down there. So you want to make sure the water is nice and warm temperature, guys. Um, all the stuff that I'm reading here, guys, it doesn't pertain to the video, so I'll skip over on this page here. All right. I will just go freestyle with it. I'll put this down because some of the stuff I've wrote in the journal is not exactly, relating to the retention journey and just goals and whatnot, guys. So I'll give you a little bit of a backstory. You know me, I like to keep it raw and uncut on the backstories and just in general on my videos, right, guys? So I'll give you a little bit of an idea on who I am and where I've came from and what I've had to do in order to be where I am now, guys. So, and back in high school, I used to do cross country and I used to do track a lot. And I noticed that back in junior high, let's go back one more here. Uh, I got a lot of awards for running. I was a very athletic person, and I got like handful, like just awards, right, guys? Just a lot. And I thought that as soon as I went into high school, that I would be like the fastest. I'd be the quickest person there is. And you know, that perception of what you think um, is is really exaggerated because you're still young, you know, and some of the men that are will soon to be men, they're already men, but they're soon to be really grown adults. Are much faster than you, but not very many were. You know, I've always been a very fast individual and trained hard and became very fluent with the movement, you know, and running miles and whatnot. So the fastest time I've ever gotten on a mile was 5:18, guys, and that was I think junior year I got that in high school, and I did it. I did it one day. It was like near the end of the miles, right? I did it. I got a 5:18, and then my coach had another person run the mile, and he got it 1 second shorter than I did. I don't know if this is actually true or not, you know what I mean? Other people were saying that, like, hey, you know, somebody else beat your mile time. And I'm like kind of laughing about the idea. And I'm like, well, let me redo it. You know, let me redo the mile. Let me come on, let me redo it. Yeah, it didn't work out that way, guys. I think my coach didn't want me to redo the mile because he knew I would beat that time easily. Uh, that's the thing, guys. Is sometimes um, it wants to life wants to break you down, but you can't be broken down by it. So that's a little bit of a backstory here. So track, right, guys? I did a lot of track. I did the 4x4. I did the 100-yard dash sometimes. I did the mile run as well. So I was pretty quick, man. The 4x4, I was the anchor, and there was a person right before me. He was third wheel, and he was a much taller person. So that explains, you know, a lot of things there. Is like he was probably like um say at the time I was like what 5'9", right? And he was like easily 6'2", 6'3", and he wasn't able to you know, run as fast as I am, or I was. You know, I still can run very fast, guys, but I just don't do it as often because of um, because mostly that I like to just jog and just enjoy myself when I do a run instead of breathing and super heavy and stuff. And it depends, right? And I could get back into it, but I don't want to get too lean. I like to bulk up and be more muscular than leaned out, guys. So that's about it. I'm gonna leave it here. Peace out. Enjoy your days. Like and subscribe. I already said it, but hey, you know, gotta repeat it. And have a blessed day, guys. Peace.